of some much-deserved credit. All right, Jamaica Pond, and Jamaica Plain. If you drove by the pond over the past couple of weeks, you probably saw what appeared to be kind of a hectic or crazy scene. This is Sergeant Phil Terenzi of the Boston Police Dive Team, and they were out on Jamaica Pond recently running, going through maneuvers or practice in the event that somebody falls in or falls through the ice. Let me assure people who were driving through, this was in fact just practice for the guys. But I talked to Phil again because we're trying to get him on the show, and I said, Phil, how about some advice, safety tips, if you will, for our Call the Cops viewers? And he said, you know what, Jamie, the only safe ice is the ice you put or the ice you find in a drink. Ba-dum-bum. And then he said, seriously, the only safe ice is the ice you stay off of. You know, this time of year, people obviously want to go out on the ice, walk on the ice, skate on the ice. Do yourself a favor. Don't do it. You don't need to find yourself in a situation like, well, luckily, fortunately in this case, it's a dummy. But if you fall through the ice, clearly not a good thing. Hypothermia kicks in. It isn't fun. So please, stay off the ice. Don't do it. The only safe ice is either the ice you find in a drink or the ice you stay off of. Sergeant Phil Terenzi, again, we hope to have him on the show in a couple of weeks. And looking forward to that for sure, because Phil knows his stuff. Phil knows his stuff. All right, other stuff we want to get to. Speaking of, I think we get some of the stuff we want to show, Dave. We get some hockey highlights coming up after this. They're the boys of winter. Boston Police hockey team, speaking of safe ice, this is safe ice. The ice you skate on, but I'm telling you, can't show this event enough. Boston Police hockey team, they played over at Fenway about 4 or 6 weeks ago. They hosted the team of officers from Philadelphia, and this one was, it was pretty ugly, pretty lopsided. BPD beat Philly 10-2. Charlie Daniels had the big game. Here's Charlie right here coming right at you. Charlie added the hat trick, and this is a pretty goal here. Getting it done all by himself. Again, BPD, great team. These kids can skate. They beat the team from Philly. 10-2 was the final. But in addition to Charlie, Brendan Walsh, you probably caught Brendan recently doing a great job, the Beanpot coverage on NESN. Brendan doing some commentating for them, also a police officer. He scored in the game, 1 of 2 goals for him. And then to close things out, let's take a look at Jerry Cahill. Mr. Cahill displaying some serious speed and, a nice touch around the cage. So again, great experience for the Boston Police hockey team. They get a chance to skate on the Fenway Park ice. Not so much fun for the team from Philadelphia. All right, fundraising. Boston Police Athletic League, always looking for ways to raise some funds. This is one of their cooler events. We'd like to tell you about it. It took place this past year. When it came to raising money, raising money came in the form of racing cars. This was the first annual Boston Police Athletic League Grand Prix, the first annual Boston Pal Grand Prix. Again, it's all about raising money, and it all goes to a good cause.
We support about 5,000 kids, at-risk kids throughout the city, and we have a variety of different educational and athletic programs. We have both policemen and women volunteering their time working with at-risk kids. And in order to support these programs, we need to raise money.
All right, thank you. That was Elliot Feldman. Now to tonight's show, tonight's guest. We told you who it was at the top of the show, Sergeant Mike O'Connor. And Sergeant Mike has been a busy guy. Boston Police Youth Leadership Program, formerly the Explorer Program, is in full swing. Approximately, I think it's 20 kids involved in this year's program. They've already done a number of cool things. Among the cool stuff they've done, the youth leaders, if you will, stopped by Boston Police, the K-9 unit. Special thanks to the officers up there for giving the kids some time. I believe that's Officer Mike Calabro. And hold on, don't introduce him yet, Davey. I just want to show him. Let me see the vids. There's some of the stuff I want to get to before we see our ugly mugs. In addition to the K-9 stuff, which was cool, there's Officer Mike Calabro. Kids love this.
Yeah.
But in addition to the K-9 stuff, and I love this shot. These guys are like, my man, don't move. Don't move at all, because that dog does not need to deal with us. But in addition to the K-9, also recently stopped by, and again, we get some pictures we want you to take a look at, the Boston Police Academy. And this was the scene Saturday. All the youth leaders stopped by the police academy. We want to thank Officer Leroy Street and Officer Jimmy Leiden, who were nice enough to give up some of their time to talk to the kids. And kids, it was great. Kids get a chance to get an idea what the Boston Police Academy is all about, what it takes to get through it, how long it is, questions to that effect. All in all, add it all up, youth leadership program doing some good stuff. Now, if we could, Dave, let's introduce tonight's guest. And one of us got ashes today, one of us didn't. Let's just get that out of the way.
I went to church, Mom. I went to church. I had my ashes.
Yeah. And you're going to say, is it Mom's birthday?
Last week was my mother's 83rd birthday, so I just want to say happy birthday, Mom.
All right, the important stuff. Happy birthday, Mom.
Yep.
And I didn't get my ashes. That aside, brother, I can't believe it's year 4.
I know.
For what was once the Explorer program, now it's been renamed, called the Youth Leadership Program.
Yes.
But just the fact that it's year 4, can you believe?
No, I never thought it would last. It would continue on as successfully as it has.
And how many kids? I mean, I know this year you got about 20 kids in the program.
There's 22 this year.
22.
We had 40 express an interest, but because of supply and demand, there were 18 kids who they didn't get their applications in on time. Yeah. Everyone who got their application in on time got selected.
But the fact that there were so many kids interested is a real good sign.
Yes.
And I'm just thinking 20 kids. So how many kids in the 4-year period have been through the program?
Successfully have gone through probably close to 80. Yeah, probably close to 80 successfully completed.
So close to 80. And Davey, feel free to roll in some video when you get a chance. So what is the program for people who don't know? But we talk about it all the time. And again,
it's a high school. It's a program geared toward high school kids, juniors or seniors, who think they might have some interest in a career possibly in criminal justice, law enforcement, public safety. We show them a lot of the different opportunities that are within the police department, not only as police officers like Jamie and myself, but also as civilian employees, some of the opportunities that are there as well. Tomorrow, for example, they'll be going to a courthouse. They'll get to see a trial, hopefully in progress. They'll get to meet Judge Kathleen Coffey, the presiding judge. They'll be going to the domestic violence unit. They'll be going to the harbor unit. But
Saturday, just reference to the video. Saturday, they're at the police academy.
The police academy, and some of the kids got really a kick out of it. And they said, "Oh, I'd love to be an instructor here." They don't realize that all of the instructors at the police academy, with the exception of 2 who are civilian employees, all were police officers that were out in the street for a number of years. You don't just become a police officer and then you go to the academy. You've got to put your time in out in the street.
And then this is you in action.
This is me in action.
At the K-9 unit on an unbelievably cold day.
Yes.
But I mean, I got a bunch of questions I want to get to, but just taking them out there, and it's a great group of kids involved in this year's program. All the kids have been great, but what they get out of this? Why take them up to see the officers at the K-9 unit?
Well, the great thing about this particular day was, and it was the first time it's happened to us, they actually got to see 2 of the different types of police dogs we have. The regular patrol dog, if you will, okay, which is the one that's there with Officer Calabro. And this was Officer Calabro. I think he said this was his 3rd police dog over the course of his career. The other 2, once they get beyond a certain age.
And the kids love this part.
Oh, they love this. Look at the grip.
His rope toy.
Look at the grip on the rope toy. Okay? But they got to see this dog as playful as could be, and then he changes it in a second, and he's an aggressive dog.
And just a chance, I guess, for the kids to see the different things police officers do, and to be able to ask the question, "Hey, wow, I didn't know you could do that," and how'd you get into it, and do you like being a police officer, kind of thing.
Now the other thing too is there was a second police dog. I don't know if we have the tape for it.
But it was Officer Salty had his bomb dog.
Yes, the bomb dog.
Yeah, I didn't.
No, that's fine. The explosive ordnance dog, and that's as playful as a dog as you'll find. But they put some drugs and some explosives in different spots, and sure enough, the dog found them.
Yeah, you find out some cool stuff. I mean, simple stuff like if you want to be a K-9 officer, you have to live in a single family home. And that dog is with you 24/7.
With you,
Which I thought was